those two down. She's not here. They're going on if I feel like I'm going to blow.
Come on anyway.
Right, father and bride. I can't say it without a broad smile coming across my face. I can't believe where the years are gone. Thank you all for everybody coming here today to share in James and Rachel's special day. I know many of you have travelled miles, but really I should thank all of you, because even if you come from 2 miles away like we have, it took 3 hours. Really pleased everybody's here. We've got people from Leicester, James's family, where are you? That's the Leicester Massive over there. Newcastle, got some family from Newcastle. And I've got Canada. I think some people have come from Northampton as well, and Lincolnshire, which I found out. And I think the furthest is Gary, which is Rachel's uncle's come all the way from Kansas in the USA. And he's doing the photography today. So.
Hi y'all!
I looked up on the internet before I did this, and it did say that my part is the warm-up act. So I can only assume we've got some fantastic acts to follow. So no pressure on you two whatsoever. And I just on a serious note, as family and special friends, we all witnessed today, James and Rachel make promises to each other to share their future life together. And I firmly believe that we all have a part to play in helping them achieve a long and happy marriage, supporting them both through the years. So that's down to all of us, and that's your support sorted. Okay? Our daughter Rachel, this is Rachel. Our daughter Rachel was born in the early hours of a wet Saturday in March 1984. She was 3 weeks early, impatient and eager. When the midwife told me I had a daughter, my first thought, and this was actually my first thought, I'm going to have to make a speech on her wedding day. So her wedding was on my mind the day she was born, but I'll come back to that day later.
Trying to get rid of her.
As a child, Rachel had a thirst for knowledge that was sometimes hard to gratify. I have a little cassette tape of her reciting her alphabet when she was 2.5, and she was singing her alphabet all the way through. When Rachel was about 4, her play school teacher told me that children could paint or draw a picture after lessons, one of those balls of water that the kids normally do. And Rachel didn't want to do this, instead she asked the teachers for a maths test. We discovered she loved numbers and calculations. She was constantly asking questions and reading. At about 6, we would often find her sitting in the armchair reading the newspaper. Rachel loved competitive games, not sports, because she still can't run in a straight line. She loved board games, Monopoly, Cluedo, and especially Scrabble. And I think she remains unbeaten today at Scrabble. I recall her beating our family friend Bill, who was sitting there, and he used to be our babysitter when Rachel was little. And Bill's from Scotland, and that was his defence, that he only beat her because it was an English version of Scrabble. That's one page done. This hunger for learning was a pattern she followed throughout her childhood, always achieving high grades in school, even in subjects she wasn't really interested in. As a child, Rachel was very organised and efficient, and some would say, including her friends and family, bossy. But as a dad, I would say organised. She went for a stage of writing contracts. She had me under contract once, and there was some inflation clause, but I won't go into that too much detail. She was only 13. And she once coerced her brother James, or Jimbo as we would like to call him. Jimbo? There he is. I've lost my page, where am I? She once coerced him into letting her make him up in makeup and then take a picture of him.
I feel awful about that.
And his reward was going to be a new computer games, but Rachel...
Did you buy him?
But Rachel put a loophole in the contract which made it void. But she still has the photo of Jimbo's.
Hold that back.
She tormented him frequently. Rachel also had developed 2 phobias when she grew up, sick and spiders. I think the spider one still stands, James, is that right?
And the sick one as well.
And the sick one still does. I thought she got over that.
If I'm being sick, she's nowhere near.
Oh, right. I thought she got over the sick one.
Keep my hair back.
So what was with his sickness and his health?
I'm sure her friends, especially Alana's, probably got some stories on the sick phobia over the years.
Yeah, share them.
But I remember chasing Rachel up the hard shoulder of the M25 when we pulled over when James was little because he was going to be sick in the car. She jumped out and ran up the hard shoulder and I had to chase after her.
Do you think so too?
I also can remember her avoiding it. There was about a square metre of flooring at the bottom of our stairs where one of James's friends had been sick and she avoided it for 2 months because she said there'd still be sick when he was there. Just swing around.
Karen understands.
Odell and I are very proud to have Rachel as a daughter, as is Jimbo, his sister, and her grandparents as their granddaughter. She's very caring, thoughtful, and family focused, and I know she will be a loving wife to you, James, and she will embrace your family as her own. Now on to James. I won't go into James too much because we've got the best man speech to follow. First time I met James, I liked him straight away. He's a good, decent young man. He's hard-working and a credit to his mother and father, Jackie and Kevin. As Rachel's father, I know one thing, and that is he adores her. And I know he will take care of her, and that's all I could ask for my only daughter. Except for a couple of grandsons to play for Chelsea. Where's the Leicester lot? Where's the Leicester lot? I've got here too good for Leicester.
You're in the same league then. They're losing 3-0.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, they're all grumpy tonight.
In welcoming James to our family, it's a little bit of a cliche, but we do feel we're like gaining another son, but the trouble is both of mine are now called James. So James, we welcome you to our family.
Thank you.
And the Gardener's Circle of Trust. Oh yeah, and a word of warning, James. If you ever pop into the shed or the garage, barefooted or slightly clothed, on a cold, rainy night, Rachel, like her mother, finds it hilarious to lock you out of the house. So be prepared to whimper like a puppy or bark like a dog because they won't let you into the do. I've had years of it. Go out to the garage and I can't get in and I'm freezing and I have to whimper like a puppy to get in and they find it hysterical.
That's really odd.
It's so funny. Because he actually does it to get in.
Right, going back to the day Rachel was born, I think I might need these glasses in a minute. I went into town with my mum on the day Rachel was born, and I bought her first dress. And the thought crossed my mind that a wedding dress would probably be the next most important dress that I buy her. So I made a decision on that day, and for 27 years, I've kept this dress in my sock drawer to give to her on a wedding day. I've waited so long to do this. I think Rachel is absolutely beautiful today. Which is just as beautiful to me in that. So I want Rachel to have that and look after it like that. It's hard to part with her.
Thank you.
Just a look, Rach.
And finally, if everybody could stand for the toast. And I've actually surprised myself here because I've done a toast poem, handwritten by myself, and it goes like this. Today's the day my daughter's a bride, proudness and happiness our face cannot hide. From the day she was born to this day today, she's always made me feel that way. James is the man that now comes first in her life, and I know she will make the best loving wife. So here we all stand and all raise your glass to wish them both well and a love that will last. Bride and groom.